about to start. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of No Conduct Radio. Tonight we are answering your relationship questions, and most of them is coming from our relationship group on Facebook, which is Relationship Health Questions and Answers. If you want to go there and request to join, and you can ask your questions there. You can put yourself out there and ask your question, or you can send us a message and we'll ask your question for you without anybody knowing who you are. You can go out there and give advice on the questions that's been asked, so maybe you've been in similar positions and you can give advice on how to get out of that position or how to make the position work or whatever. So if you want to go to our relationship group on Facebook, it's Relationship Health Questions and Answers. So most of our questions are going to come from there, but we also have past questions that we actually haven't gotten to. We're also going to have a commercial by one of our sponsors, which is P.J. Daniels, their book of Queen of Black Sales, and Char is going to be fashionably late tonight. So other than that, it's just me and Logic on the line right now. How are you doing, Logic?
I'm doing groovy.
Did you used to watch that 70s show? Oh, my gosh, wait a second. Char, why are you here already? I thought you said. Hello?
I don't think she's here. What were you saying about the 70s show?
I was saying, did you watch the 70s show at all? Because you kind of speak like that.
I watched it, but I haven't seen groovy for years.
Well, you say groovy. Nobody in 2019 says groovy.
No idea.
Well, okay then. So what's going on in the news, man?
It's a lot. I mean, I don't even know if we're going to get into this, but Mike Pompeo has come out and said that he will be revoking the visas of any member of the International Criminal Court that basically investigates war crimes and stuff like that. He's not granting anybody from that. They're out in the Netherlands, I believe. That's where their headquarters are. I believe. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's Netherlands or Switzerland, but I think it's the Netherlands. And they investigate anything. You know what I mean? Like Palestinians.
So I guess I don't understand. So if they investigate war crimes from
right.
any other country, they're not accepting their visa. Why?
No. We are not. The United States aren't. Like if they go to France investigating a war crime from the French have not said that they're going to read their visas. Like you're not allowed in. Get out of here, beat it. But America has. America has said.
But why?
Why would
that
you?
Isn't
why
that kind
anybody?
of becoming a dictatorship?
No. I mean, we have the right to revoke visas, but my question is on guilt or innocence. Why would you, as a nation who claims you go into areas because dictators are blah, 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 they're doing all these horrible things, and we're going to go in and take this person out of power because this kind of aggression will not stand? Why then is it when we get out of here, we're not giving you a visa, you know? Even if you think you might be guilty, but if you're a land of laws and you believe in truth, justice, and the American way, wouldn't you want to know if there's been soldiers or whatever that's done things that are considered crimes against humanity? You
But
want
that's
to
what
know
I'm
that,
saying.
right?
Isn't that bordering dictatorship though? Like we can't, like nobody can come in and investigate us because if they do, we're not allowing you to be part of our country. To me, that's borderline dictatorship.
No, dictatorship is more about how you treat your people, but it does have the hallmarks of a dictator that refuses to allow anybody in this country because of those specific reasons. You know what I mean? So you're right in that aspect. We are appearing as a dictatorship by taking that kind of stance. And he's also expanded it to not only is he, if it has to do with the United States, but they are also revoking the visas against any crimes that are being investigated against Israel.
Wow.
Now, why would that be?
What do we have to do with Israel?
Yeah, why would that be? So I found that humorous. It's just, hilariously, I don't even know what way I would describe it. It was just disgusting. But they still want to have a straight face talking about Venezuela. Yeah. And I finally got around to doing my research on the Rwanda situation and what led to it, and oh boy. I wish I would have read that at a different time. No, that is very complex and very deep. We cannot cover that in one show. If we ever cover it.
Well, I need to talk to you after the show because I'm curious.
My God, like it will make you look at Bill Clinton in an entirely different way if you haven't already. It's just wow.
Well, I don't look at him in any way. He's just another politician to me. It's not like how black people are like, oh, Bill Clinton has a black card. Ooh, my phone was loud. It's not like Bill Clinton has a black card on my end or anything like that. He's just another politician to me, and I know him and his wife have done some corrupt stuff, even to the black community. So my only thing with Bill Clinton is my curiosity about black people's fascination with him. That's really
you need not be curious. It's because he played his saxophone. That's it.
It's because he what?
He played the saxophone.
Are you serious?
I'm not joking. I'm serious. That's what ingratiated black people to Bill Clinton. He played his saxophone on the Arsenio Hall show. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, he's like one of us. Really?
Wait a second. Okay, so I have to make fun of you for a second. How do you say that instrument?
Saxophone.
Not a saxophone. It's a saxophone. Who says saxophone?
But you're asking me how I say it. Saxophone.
But that's what I'm saying. Who says saxophone?
I do. And I've heard of it.
Is that how they say it up there in Philly?
Excuse me. Hello. Where is my
Char.
intro music? You guys get on me for my pronunciation is anonymous.
Hold on.
And there's something else. I need my music, my cue music, so I can make this good point about pronunciation. And the grammar Nazi is here.
Okay, here goes your music. Here it goes. Here's Char, everyone.
Thank you.
Oh my God, too sexy by far.
Love it. Now I can make my grand entrance. Finally, thank you. We need a grammar Nazi song because it's so fun when one of us just butchers a word, or at least that's how we pronounce it. But is it really saxophone? Is that how you say it with an X almost?
That's how he says it, saxophone.
Like xylophone?
Are you? Wait.
Oh, how do you spell it, Logic? How do you spell it? With an S?
Yes, that's probably
S-A-X?
what I say the way I say it.
So I was about to ask BJ because maybe it's a Philly thing. BJ, do you say saxophone?
Saxophone.
That's what you say too?
Why?
Saxophone with an S. With an S. I said
saxophone.
Saxophone.
Okay.
It sounds like you're saying that's like xylophone, like an X.
It sounded like you said saxophone for real.
You
Right.
know, but
That's
the
what I
funny
thought,
thing
too.
is that y'all really trying to act like I'm landing the Z hard on that, like I'm saying Zax a phone.
You did.
No, it
That's
sounds
how
like you're
I even
landing.
heard it.
No, it
You
sounds
said
like
saxophone.
No, it sounds like you're butchering an X that's not there silently at the beginning and then the Z. That's what I hear is an X, the A and Z, which is not any part of the. I mean, there is an X there, but
the
after
funny
the
thing
A,
is, BJ came off and said it almost the same way as you.
the same
so
way,
maybe it's
right.
just a
That's
Philly
why I said
thing.
maybe it's a guy thing, right?
Philly
No, not a guy thing. A Philly
Guy
thing.
thing?
A girl
a guy
thing.
What?
A guy thing.
Oh my
No,
God.
it's probably just the region. Maybe
maybe-
that's just how they say it in Philly.
Yeah,
It's just
and
like
males and females.
what's that name
pronounce
that
it
my
differently.
daughter says? Oh man. Oh, how? I'm not gonna ask you logic. BJ, how do you say Jereme? How do you say that? How do you spell that boy's name?
Oops.
Hold on, I have to write it down.
Somebody named.
Okay,
Jeremy,
I guess.
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
How do you say it, BJ? I didn't want to say the word. I wanted BJ to say it.
The word. Oh, Jeremy.
He wasn't getting your spelling. He wasn't getting it.
So how do you say it? How do you say the name?
Jeremy.
Okay, you say it like that. Logic, how do you say it?
How do I say what?
Jeremy,
spelling.
how do you say
the
that?
word that she spelled.
How do I say what?
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
My daughter came home from school saying, and Jeremy L said, I said, who names their child Jeremy? Like, I'm thinking germs. I said, who names their child
wash
Jeremy?
Your hands. Wash your hands.
Yeah, and
no
she was
germs.
like, no, his name's Jeremy. I said, yeah, that's what I said, Jeremy. And she was like, she spelled his name. And I said, oh, my gosh, Jeremy? And so I went and spoke with my friend who's not from here, but she's raising her kids here, and all her kids say Jeremy also. Then I asked Lottie, and he said Jeremy.
When you were your daughter's age, though, you were in the islands, and your daughter's being raised in Pennsylvania or Philly particularly. So maybe that's
you said Jeremy. People all over everywhere else says Jeremy. Up here they say it so fast it's Jeremy.
Right.
So
it's a regional thing.
I'm going to talk to my daughter real quick. Don't you come home saying saxophone because I'm going to kick you in your chest. It's a saxophone, not a saxophone. So, anyways, Logic, after the show, I need to talk to you about, you said it was Rwanda, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need to find out what's going on with that. Oh, also, listeners, so it seemed last week Blog Talk Radio had a problem. So our show actually wasn't posted until sometime Saturday. So it's actually now up on YouTube, so if you want to go check it out, it's there. But, yeah, it took a while for it to post. Like, usually after the show, I go in and I set everything up on YouTube and I set our blog post up, and it just apparently it posted on Saturday. So that was really weird. I have no idea what was going on with that. But they were saying that Blog Talk Radio was having an issue. So, like I said, if you want to go back and listen to last week's, it is actually up on our YouTube channel now, which is No Conduct Radio on YouTube, and you can look at it there. And, guys, I said today we're going to be talking about relationship questions. So that's what we're doing. And I didn't get to catch up with BJ and Char, so how are y'all doing?
Good. Busy, tired.
Busy, tired.
Came on
BJ,
late.
that's your life. It sounds like your life a lot. Now, do you like being busy, BJ?
BJ's life.
Like
I love being busy.
Like a good
that's why I came late today. I was rushing. Crazy ass client. She was there late, but
Well, BJ, there's nothing wrong with being fashionably late because, after all, you're the king
Yes,
of
it
fashion.
is. When dealing with me, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, not late for a meeting with you. I'm saying you being late, period. That you get a pass.
Oh, well, yeah.
Because you're the king of fashion, so you can be fashionably late. But everybody else better be on time for a meeting with you.
Womp,
womp, womp. I know. I was reading.
Did you really try to make that into
looking up from the boy. Oh, I'm actually doing great. I'm doing great. Just had visitors all week, like I was telling Kai earlier. Well, not telling, but I sort of gave him a quick message. But, when everybody wants to come to the city of Las Vegas, so it's like you're constantly sponsoring as a tourist. So that's how it feels. Excuse me, Sleepy Bear. How long have you been in your cave? 6 months? Oh, he just came out, just woke up today. Okay. Anyway, we can hear all of your grunting and your growls and your sound effects. 10,000 people, 20,000 people, 30,000 people.
Who you thought it was? Who you thought it was?
Who else? Logic, the Sleepy Bear.
Oh, okay.
There wasn't. Yeah, that's what I thought. Logic. He said, "Oh, okay." I was like, "What was you gonna say, BJ? You know that wasn't you."
You probably said me.
Well, I knew she was talking about Logic because she called him the Sleepy Bear.
Okay.
Right, because when I started saying, all I said was, when living here, you're constantly in a position, like it or not, of sponsoring as a so-called tourist, because everybody and their grandmothers eventually comes to the city of Las Vegas, the city of entertainment. This is the city of entertainment, so that's what happens. So you get exhausted.
Logic is having a real hard time with this.
No. Hold on.
Seriously.
That had nothing to do with what she was saying. I've been up on my feet for like an hour cleaning and stuff, so I just sat down.
Oh, he had to sit down for okay, well, how about this one?
If y'all don't know that much about Logic, but Logic is a neat.
Stop putting my personal business
like
out
a cleaner.
Was
he a cleanaholic?
Anyways, ladies, Logic is a neat freak. His house could have like a little bit of dust, and he'll be like, "Did you see the disaster?" Like, yeah. So he's
oh my God, are you kidding
super
me?
clean.
Okay,
I get it.
This brings up a good point then. Okay.
That's good. That's good.
Really, Logic.
Don't pay her any mind, okay? What it is I can tell when my place is heading down a certain road, and I stop it going down that road.
Yeah, that's how you gotta be. Yeah,
She's the type that will wait for the road to be at a dead end, and the trees fell on the back of the road where she can't get out, and then there's more tornadoes coming, and then the ground starts shaking.
Look,
and then
I have other stuff to worry about. Look.
What? No,
I have other stuff to worry about. I got a homeschooling child. I got a business. I got a radio show. Somewhere in there, I got to sleep. So it's going to be a toss-up between clean and sleep, and sleep usually wins because they'll knock me on my ass. So
I got to clean.
When it gets clean, it gets clean.
Well, if it gets to the point when you clean, it knocks you on your ass, you waited too long.
You waited too long, yep. Yep.
Yeah, well, you know what I need to hire? I need to hire a live-in maid. That's what I need because I don't give a.
Well, they're not expensive. If you do it in exchange for room and board, they're not expensive at all.
I actually had it. Oh, screw that. Nobody's living in my house. You're crazy.
That's
but anyways, I had a couple maids before.
You just said live-in maid. You just said I should hire a live-in maid, so that is room and board.
No, I said I should hire a maid. I am not hiring somebody to live in my house. I don't. I've never even. I had a roommate for the first semester of college. Like I can't just live with people. It's not happening.
But how do you know? You've matured so much since college. I absolutely can imagine that. Because when you're in college, we're younger. We're still learning life. We're trying to figure out who the heck we are, where we want to go. We don't know so much about life that we haven't. So many things you haven't experienced. So you may have more patience now than you even realize. But before,
I have less patience.
Oh, God. Okay, so before we run off that mountain, I wanted to ask Logic and BJ something, Kai, regarding this whole cleaning thing. So, okay, so how do you guys judge, the man on the panel, how do you decide if a woman is going to be up to your cleanliness standards?
Cleanliness,
or,
Jesus.
do you know what I mean? How's that, what? cleanliness.
How's that what?
I mean, would that bother you? Like, for instance, if you had a woman, she was like really like a really good woman, but you just walked in her house and it was dirty. Would that bother you?
Yeah.
That's a deal breaker. That's a deal breaker.
Oh wow. Well, I guess me and you would never be together,
yeah,
BJ.
that's
DJ, I love how he sang that, guys. He actually sang that one. That's a deal breaker.
Yes, it is. Please, no.
Logic, what's your song? How can you sing it? Is it a deal breaker?
I'm not a singer, but I definitely would turn it on the arches. Like, okay, thank you for your time. I appreciate you showing me what's up.
Yeah,
Gotta
true.
go.
You know, gotta go, right? Yep.
I've actually never had a problem, but then again, I wouldn't bring you over to my house as soon as I meet you. Like, here's my filthy house. Like, I'll actually clean. You're not coming in my, because even though I made the decision not to clean, I don't like people in my dirty house because I don't like the dirty house.
Let me tell you how one time, years ago, I had to drop something off at her house. She cracked the door about 2 inches for her eye to be able to see me. And I'm like, what you got, a drug deal going on in there? What are you doing? I can't. I can't. My house. I can't. So I literally had to slide it through the crack of the door. And she slowly closed it and said, I'm sorry.
A trap house? What's in there?
Damn, guys.
Like I said, I make this decision if my house is going to be dirty or clean, obviously, if I want to sleep or not. But I don't like a dirty house, and I won't put somebody in that, like in my dirty house. I don't like a dirty house at all. And if, like, maintenance, like somebody has to come over and fix something, and my house, because usually if I know they're coming, I'll clean. I'll clean like crazy. But
you know you're coming over, though.
Client, no, but I'm saying if somebody has to come over and fix something like my washing machine or whatever, and I know they're coming, I'll clean really quickly. But if, like, maybe I had a client meeting and I couldn't finish,
BJ,
I'll apologize. I'll
like
be like,
when
I'm
you're
so
out
sorry.
and you're doing whatever you're doing, and then maintenance has to call you and tell you, oh, we had to go into your apartment today because there was a pipe.
I would die.
And we needed to make sure.
I would die because I'm sitting here thinking about how my house looks, and I would totally die.
Because the only thing that would come out of that maintenance man's mouth, crack that door open, would be, good God.
What the?
Really? Oh, man.
And he probably called his wife and thanked his wife for what she does and shit. I always take for granted what you do, but man.
He would radio for backup.
He said, come here.
He would want somebody to watch his back while he checked it up. Did you hear that? Just make it quick.
No, but seriously, but when I do clean and I don't, like, usually my house is dirty when I'm going through something. Like, if it's like I really need to get more clients or I've been out working a lot, and if I'm going through something, that's when my house is dirty. And when it's dirty, it's dirty. And I don't want to say dirty, it's junky. Don't get me wrong. I'm not nasty, because you're not going to come in and see stuff floating in my toilet or my shower dirty, but my house will be junky, like the newspaper is there, or like my papers from work is all over, stuff like that. Or even clothes are just not put away, stuff like that, but not nasty. God. Let me make that differentiation right now. But when I clean, I freaking clean. Like when I have to get my daughter wanted.
Believe it.
No, seriously, Logic. You know it's true. When my daughter, she kept bugging me for a sibling, and I got her a cat instead, and she's allergic to cats. And I vacuumed twice a day, and I dusted twice a day, and I had to keep my house clean because she has an allergy to cats. So until she built up that immunity to her cats, I had to clean like crazy. And you know that's
I hear what
Logic.
you're saying.
Don't even try that.
But listen, I hear what you're saying, but I also remember when that eye slat came sliding over like it was a speakeasy. What do you need? What's the word? What? Who are you dropping off for?
Well, like I said, I am not. And you know what? I was actually just telling Logic this yesterday. You know what? It's when my house is dirty that everybody tries to come over. When my house is immaculately clean, nobody knocks on my freaking door.
Now, be honest.
But this
how
my
often,
house goes downhill.
How often is your house immaculately clean?
So, Char, what are you doing right now?
Waiting for your answer with bated breath.
So anyway, so we can go on to our questions right now if y'all would like.
She said, just change
no,
Can I just go ahead?
When my daughter got cats, my house was clean a lot. When I had a maid, my house was clean a lot. But the funny thing is, when I had a maid, I had to clean before my maid came.
When you
I had
had
a
what?
Maid, house cleaner, whatever. Before she came, I had to clean because I can't have somebody come in my dirty house. Are you finished?
Okay, well, I have a question for the panel again regarding this whole cleaning thing. I have a question for everyone. This is a quick one. It's going to be interesting, okay? Are you guys ready? This is very simple. When you go to someone, when you go to
hold on. Wait, Char. Wait a minute. I'm not ready.
I ain't ready either.
Well, when will you be ready, Roger? The show is only an hour and a half, not 2 hours.
I'm ready.
I ain't ready
What
yet
about
either.
you, DJ?
Nah, give me like 20.
You need about 20?
20 days. 20 days.
Is she actually going to sit there and wait? My God.
No. Put your thinking capsule on, people. This is an easy one, though, really. Check this out. When you go to someone's house, okay, if you're one of those people that are curious how someone actually truly keeps their house clean, because, anyone can fake it if they think you're coming over. Or you can just randomly pop up or whatever, and then, of course, their house can be clean or not clean. So what Charles and I do, and I didn't know he was doing this because I've been doing this, like, forever, right? So one day we were at a friend's house, a close friend, and he says, Char, did you check out the bathtub? And I said, what for? Because I kind of forgot that was our thing, right? And he goes, well, it was absolutely filthy. It had like 3 rings. And you can clearly see it hasn't been. Yeah, he said 3 rings.
3 rings?
3 rings? How the hell you get 3 rings in the bath?
That was
how in the hell does a bathtub get 3 rings?
That's like 9 cleaning. Who can get in that?
Maybe there was thrice times, once, twice, 3 times, thrice. 3 times that maybe they didn't clean it over so many weeks or whatever. I don't know. But the funny thing is, here's the funny thing. The funny thing is the rest of the house was rather cozy. It was very nicely decorated. It was clean enough to where I felt extremely comfortable. There was no dishes in the sink.
Now, logic.
So I didn't have any reason to think
Am I nasty or am I junky?
Yeah, he ain't going your house.
No, yours is more clutter than it's dirt.
Dirt? Are you cluttered?
No, because Logic's known me for a while, so he knows.
Listen,
I'm not.
dirt.
I'm not. My mom more says if you look in people's cabinets and like their linen closets and their closets, that's when you see how clean they normally are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I agree with that. But I still would go with the bathtub and the linen closet. The cabinet, but the linen closet and the bathtub. And here's the kicker, though. I didn't believe him. When he told me that. So the other day, I got stuck at the same person's house, right? And it was late and everybody was asleep. And I was like, oh, my God, let me figure this out. I had to go to the bathroom anyway. And it was like my heart was beating so fast because I didn't want to believe him. And sure enough, they've had 2 months to clean the doggone tub because I haven't been there in 2 months. 2 months, and it was a 4th ring and some extra stains like on the side and on the front. I said, but the rest of the house was clean. Even the toilet was clean. So I was confused. I thought, what the? And then to make it so bad, one of them has a little baby and has the nerve to give a baby a bath in the tub before she went to bed. But I didn't notice at the time because I wasn't looking at that, because there's bubbles. You know what I mean? But
I have no shame. I will ask you where are your cleaning stuff. If I have to take a bath, I will ask you for gloves and your cleaning supplies. I will clean your bathtub because if I don't, I will not feel clean taking a bath there. Like I'll have to wear shoes to take a bath. I will take like the most like compact bath because I don't want to touch the sides of your tub or your shower curtain.
I'm wearing shoes and socks.
I wouldn't be able to. I'll feel so disgusted.
That might be a bit on the nose to somebody that you don't feel clean if you have to wear boots in their shower.
But how do you? What do you say? Did you say? This is a question. Okay, do you say anything is the first question on the poll. The second question is, how many of you have literally looked in the cabinets to see if they have a disease or looked in the bathtub to see if it's dirty?
I don't snoop in people's stuff because that's their business.
You should be going
if
through cabinets.
they offer me
cabinet,
food, if they offer me food, I have to see how clean the utensils and, like, the glasses are to determine if I want to eat their food.
Well, you ask for a glass of water? And is that
that's true.
ask for a glass of water? I mean,
no.
How do you know until they serve you? So you just say, can I have a glass of water? And then you can tell
but if they serve
or...
me and I look and your utensils have food on them or something like that, I'm not going to eat. I'm not hungry.
You're certainly not hungry after they give you a plate
they don't wash it. They want to keep the seasoning on a spoon and fork, so you can get that ultimate taste.
That's disgusting.
Oh my God, DJ, are you kidding me?
No. Keep it seasoned.
No, I don't. I won't eat it. I'll just say, my stomach hurts or whatever. I'm not eating it. And Yaz has allergies, so she's not eating it anyway. And then, like I said, with the shower, I won't say, even if I get a glimpse of your shower and it's dirty, I'm not going to say anything because that's embarrassing and I don't know your life. You may not have had a chance to get to it. Your life I don't know your life. But if I have to take a shower, I'm asking you for your cleaning stuff. I'm going to clean your shower before I get in it. And either way, anybody, if I have to use your bathroom, if I have to use your toilet, I don't care who you are, I'm hovering, and that's it. I don't sit on the toilet.
Ladies.
I put toilet paper down, though, and I'm good.
Ladies, I got a question for you, ladies. Suppose you two,
what BJ?
If a dude was hitting you from the back and your head was facing the tub, and you're looking down to see your rings, but he's still slamming you from the back. Would you stop and say, hold up, you dirty?
You mean bathroom nookie? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know because it's never happened to me.
I don't know if I want bathroom nookie.
It was a scenario.
I mean, unless it's really spontaneous, I would probably try to spontaneously move towards the corner in any other part of the house except the bathroom. Unless most people's bathrooms, I don't care how clean they are, they still contain so many germs. I don't think I can get into the mood knowing how many germs are in that bathroom, no matter how clean it is. So that's a weird one.
I mean, if you're trying to put me on the floor or something in the bathroom, that's not happening. That's something completely different. I'm not going on anybody's floor.
On the floor.
But if I look down and I see that, I don't know. Logic, do you think I would?
Yeah, you have to get off. You have to get off of me. Get off of me. Get off.
I don't think so.
No, because now I know how you really are.
Continue on screaming.
Well, I'm asking Logic because he knows me pretty well. Logic, do you think I'm going to continue on, or do you think I'm going to be like, yeah, that's not happening?
Logic, she's going to say, get off of me. Stop. That's it.
No, because you know sometimes you don't know yourself so well, and maybe somebody who's known you for a long time knows you better than you know yourself. So I don't know what I would do. I would like to say that I would take the high ground and just pretend like I don't see it so I don't embarrass them. I would like to say that, but I might not be that person, so I don't know. That's
I wouldn't care if I did embarrass you. I feel like you're embarrassing me at that point. You know what I mean? To know darn well your tub is that nasty.
I would think that anybody who's asking for cleaning utensils to take a bath or take a shower in your house probably is not just going to smash you in your filth and not say anything because they're caught in the moment. That's what I would think.
But what if she
my saving grace, my thing is I know I'm a germaphobe. I know I'm a germaphobe, and I would probably think I have every illness on the face of the planet if I'm in a filthy, nasty bathroom. So I might be nice and say, do something coy like run out of the bathroom like, chase me or whatever like that. But I don't know if I would be able to continue because I would have to wash my hands and wash my feet and probably wash my legs or whatever I saw touched. I don't know. I wouldn't be in the mood anymore. I would have to clean myself.
Well,
I don't think so.
Get in the bathtub and clean it together. Just get in the bath and clean the shower and the tub together. And then you can really enjoy your moment. Just take it to another level.
What kind of dating that?
How does that even become sexual? I have
that's a foreplay.
What?
Fun.
That's
really fun.
Foreplay.
It's soapy. Everybody wins. It's clean.
No.
Yeah, you're right, DJ. I'm with you on that one. I think
Char, let me give you some insight into my crazy head. I think I told y'all this before. if I'm in a store and I see somebody that looks like they're sick or they look like they can be carrying some disease and they happen to cough near me, I'm totally holding my breath until they pass.
That is actually
about 20
that is
seconds
a very
till after they pass.
big. That's a very big pet peeve of mine. I don't mind people coughing. You know, if you got to cough, you got to cough, whatever. But I got a big problem with people in public coughing with their mouth wide open.
Oh yeah.
You know, because you could tell when someone tries to muffle it, because you'll hear it. But when you're just walking on the aisle, you know, in the supermarket,
You're just like,
or dare I dread, you're by the vegetables, and I just hear,
oh.
What are you doing? What, and here's another thing. I hate when I go to the supermarket, and I try to not look. When I see random people just coming up and touching vegetables and looking at them and putting them back, like, yo, get one of the bags that you're going to put it in. Put your hand inside the bag. Grab the vegetable.
No, I don't do all of that because that's wasting a plastic bag and that goes into the environment.
No, it's
like,
not.
I mean,
it's
you're
not wasting
it.
because stop. It's not wasting because you're getting vegetables. So whatever bag you're going to use, just put your hand inside the bag. Grab whatever vegetables or whatever. When you find the one you want, just turn the bag inside out. What you holding the vegetable? It's in the bag already. Wow, you know how many dudes walk around readjusting their balls, or women scratching underneath their titties, and then they go grabbing on implants and stuff?
Seriously. For me to even shop, I can't think about those things, so just
this
don't
is
add to
why
what's already in my head.
It's like, what are you doing? Don't do that. Don't just walk around and find little vegetables.
Starve to death. The only time I walk away, and I have walked away, like I was putting myself a salad at the salad bar and somebody just sneezed, achoo, and I was like, I just put my salad down and I walked away. I was like, I can't do it. And I'm not one of those people, you know how people have these bowls of candy or nuts or whatever just out? I'm not digging my hand in there.
You ain't digging your hand in there?
Shut up. Or, you know, if you're sharing chips and somebody says, hey, can I have some chips? And you're going to pour your chips out, but they dig their hand in the bag, I just take the bag. I don't want this bag. Just take it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't freaking know where don't put your hand in my food.
Hey, no, I don't shake hands that much either. I don't shake hands a lot. I don't. Because a lot of people don't wash their hands.
You don't shake hands with people?
No, I rarely do.
You should.
Wow.
You know how many people are broke?
No,
yes,
when I
shake
hands and stuff like that, but my thing is, and my daughter has learned, and all her friends have learned, when I get in my car, I have a pack of baby wipes in there, and everybody who gets in the car, I hand out the wipes and we clean our hands. As soon as we get in the house, you wash your hands immediately before touching anything. That's just it. I don't touch my face. My daughter doesn't touch her face. Like when we're out, none of that. I do clean my cell phone. I Clorox it down. I Clorox my door handles. I Clorox my front door. I Clorox the outside of my front door.
Now, see, listen to that.
I don't do all that.
She just said I go overboard by what I just said about people fondling vegetables, but she'll Clorox her phone. And
I mean, because your phone does get dirty. You're out there holding your phone, touching this, touching that, and you go back to holding your phone, and then you put it right near your head. No, I'm going to Clorox the crap out of that. My phone does get cleaned. I don't see anything wrong with that. And then your front door, the handle has to get cleaned, the lock has to get cleaned, and like the edge of the door, because when you close your door, you hold the edge of the door. All of that has to get cleaned. Light switches have to get cleaned. Like, what are you talking about?
Okay.
No? I thought that was normal.
Well, light switches, light switches, no.
Anyways, let's get on with the show. So the questions we're going to be answering are questions that came from our Facebook group, Relationship Health Questions and Answers. Go ahead and follow us there. And before we get to our questions, we're going to go ahead and play a commercial by our sponsor, which is PJ Daniels, and the book is Queen of Black Sales. So when we come back, we're going to go ahead and answer your questions from our Facebook group. I'll give out the number just in case you have anything to add, but we're not really taking live questions today. We're specifically answering questions from our Relationship Health Question and Answers group on Facebook. Join us there. And if we have any extra time, we're going to answer questions that have been sent in before. But like I said, if you want to call in, you can call in at 607-203-5378. That's 607-203-5378. Or if you want to text, why don't I have our number there? Do you know I haven't memorized our text number yet? If you want to text, you could text in at 484-840-3627. That's 484-840-3627. We'll be right back. Kai here from No Conduct Radio. I've got another book for you, and it's called Queen of Black Sails by P.J. Daniels. It's about pirates, magic, guns, and swords. Sarah Chartermans is a pirate dead set on robbing the king's vault. When the plan goes sideways, she has to fight her way out of the most fortified city in the kingdom. Will her wits, a wizard, and her handsome first mate be enough to face the king's best? Find out more by reading Queen of Black Sails by P.J. Daniels. You can easily find it on our website at www.noconduct.com. Just go to NCR's books on www.noconduct.com. That's Queen of Black Sails by P.J. Daniels. Read it today. And we're back, and that book, Queen of Black Sails, will be on our website by the end of today's show. You can go ahead and check it out, find out more about P.J. Daniels and how to purchase this book. Okay, so let's get on down to the questions. So I'm going to get to this question first because it's the headline of our show. And somebody had asked this a while back, and we just never got to this question, which was, what do women usually find creepy about men? That's kind of like a really general question. I'm going to say this. Whenever you see, like, romance, oh, my God, I made the mistake of watching romance. Is it just romance? Not romantic comedies, because I watch romantic comedies, but just romance. Movies, I watch two. And I don't know why women put themselves through that crap. That shit was depressing. It was unrealistic. It was the worst thing I've ever seen, and I can't believe women watch crap like this. Like, I put that on Facebook, and they were telling me to watch The Notebook. And you should watch The Notebook. And I was like, F no. And she was like, yeah, it makes me cry whenever I need a good cry. Why would you want to cry? What the hell is wrong with women? But anyways, so that was a general question. So my answer is men in romantic movies and how, I guess, they come off. To me, that's creepy as crap. Like, I don't know, you found out where I lived. Like, I saw you at the supermarket, and I just knew I had to have your number, and so I asked Jill to ask Ben to ask Laura where you lived, and here I am with a bouquet of flowers. I'm going to tell you right now, the relationship's over before it started, and I'm kicking all three of their asses, and I'm calling the police on you because that's kind of creepy.
You just don't believe
I don't know.
in love anymore, Kai.
I was like, damn.
I'm the kind of guy that will show up on your lawn and hold a boombox over my head and play your favorite song because I've researched you and I found out what you like.
Ew. And the way you said it, that was creepy. I'm sorry. But Char, isn't that creepy, or are you okay with like somebody just showing up on your doorstep like, yeah, I saw you in the supermarket and we exchanged 2 words and now I found you.
Why are you asking Char?
I just want you to be mine.
Everybody is in love with Char.
First of all, thank you so much for your elaboration, Logic. I
Men love
that.
her and women want to be her.
That's right.
Yeah, I was thinking of that
right.
this morning when I
Logic
woke up.
Is
if only I looked like Char.
Logic is finally starting to not only know me, but he's a man after my own heart because he thinks like me. Of course, I know he's being facetious. But you guys, here's a really good story. I'll make it quick, but this is just in line with what you're talking about.
Yeah,
My mother told me that. My mother said, I heard that. My mother told me that when she was 19 years old, and this is kind of like what Kai's asking. My mother said when she was 19 years old, okay?
Who told you this?
She's living, my mother, I have a mother. I wasn't attached from an egg. I wasn't attached from an egg, okay? So anyway, my mother said when I was 19, that was
I wasn't sure who told her this.
That was easy. That wasn't logic, right? Oh. I wasn't attached from an egg, guys. Listen to me. I promise you I was not. I was actually birthed like anybody else. At least that's what she said. So
are we going to get to the story?
Nope.
Yeah. You know what? Listen. So when my mother was young, I think she was a teenager actually. So her parents needed like a plumber, right?
How old was she again?
No, I'm not saying that. You heard me 3 times.
Who are we talking about?
I have to keep repeating myself because the guys are joking and playing around and not being serious.
You said when you were young, you needed a plumber?
That's why I said she was young. I chopped it up to young, okay?
I'm so confused.
So what is happening? I have my good stories. I never have my good stories. So her parents had to call a plumber. Okay, we got that.
Who is her?
Obviously,
who are we
talking
talking about?
I said my mother.
Oh.
Stop, Logic. Stop it.
And just to be clear, how old was she again?
I don't have to give you the what is it called, the finale. I don't have to.
And she called a roofer. It was a roofer, right? Mechanic?
No, I said a plumber. Her parents had piping issues. They had plumbing
Your
issues.
mom was a plumber?
No.
Oh my God, that's progressive.
Oh no. She's actually the dog of all trades, not that. No, so she had plumbing. Well, her parents had plumbing issues. She's just a teenager. Her parents had plumbing issues, and so anyway, a plumber
how
comes
did they
over.
have a baby with her if they had plumbing issues?
Once again, my mother was born already. She was 19 years old. Her parents, whom she lived with, yes, if you would listen, it would really make a difference. Her parents, whom she lived with, had plumbing issues in their home that they owned. She's only a kid, so she's living with her parents. Okay, so then she tells me, she says, Char, this really good-looking man, and came to the door, the plumber, and she, teenagers like, oh, so dreamy, that kind of thing. So she said that when he was done with his order, he was done. Well, when he was done, no, listen. When he was done, he gave her parents the work order, and listen to this. So he has their phone number, obviously, right? So she said he was very cute. That's what she goes, oh my God. But anyway, the point is he liked her. She could tell because he was like, oh, you're really like attractive or whatever. And she's like, oh my God, stop. These are my parents that live. This is So she didn't think anything about it. But my dad decided, no, I'm going to get this woman. I'm going to get her. So he actually took the phone number from the work order, which that's against the rules. I'm sure they signed some type of a privacy, something.
I'm pretty sure that's also creepy.
Yes, exactly. That's my whole point. So he called her from that number. My mother's like, who is this? He goes, oh, remember the plumber? Remember the plumber that came to your parents' home?
That's crazy.
And the rest is history because guess what? They got married. I'm here. They were in love. And,
so the big story that your parents tell about how they met was that he came over to fix the shitter.
He came over to fix the plumbing, and eventually he actually fixed her plumbing, obviously.
That's crazy.
Ew! Ew!
True.
That's even more creepy.
Yeah, he took her out and said, yeah, baby, I can clean your pipes.
Right. Clean the pipes. And little wow. I came next. By the time she was
Char, how can you talk about your parents having sex? That does not turn your stomach.
Listen, Kai.
What did she say?
Her parents literally met the way a porno starts. I'm here to fix the plumbing.
Yeah, I missed that part. He was like,
"Man, that's true. Oh my God,
you're really pretty. I want to go out with you." She's all like, "That's my parents.
crazy.
What's wrong with you? Okay.
That explains so much.
Char.
Oh my God.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
That explains how crazy I am to this day.
Yes.
My dad was really
Good
like,
Lord.
Oof. Yeah. But she said that
Did
he was
you just
really
say your
cute.
dad
Oh my
was
God,
really
sorry, so
woo?
cute.
Is that what
Well,
you just said?
I said that's why my dad is so crazy. I said, whoa, he's crazy. That's what I said. He was
Oh.
I thought you were trying to say your dad
was hot. I was going to say, we're talking about a whole other show right now.
No. I'm sure he was, but they divorced. But unfortunately, they divorced by the time I turned 2 years old. They were divorced. He was absolutely wacko. He was just extremely crazy. He was crazy. He was like,
you couldn't have told that by him calling a 19-year-old from a work order?
I mean, right, so they obviously, ran off into the sunset quickly. He was just like, oh, God, I've got to have her. He had her all right. And then,
back in 1864, that's how people used to do things.
the court ordered my father. The court, they had maternity court back then. The courts ordered my father to pay her $10 a week. $10 a week for baby Charlotte. He couldn't even do that. He had plenty of money. Don't get me wrong, but he wouldn't do it. $10 a week. That's a shame. But
man, can you imagine if men were being ordered to pay $10 a week in child support nowadays? I'd be like, here's an advance.
Oh, please. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, no, but he made good money. He was a truck driver, did all kinds of, he always had money, so that wasn't it. But just imagine this. Hi, how are you? Hello, Charles. Charles, you're in the air. Oh, my God. He said hello, everyone. We're not really allowed to do this, but he said hello, everyone. Sorry.
What? You just cut the conversation?
Hey, Charles.
He just walks in. He just walks in and runs his fingers through my hair like in the middle of my mother's story. That was creepy. Sorry, guys, for that little interlude. I know.
What? What the? What the hell? What's going on over there?
DJ's like, what the hell just happened? No, I'm telling you a creepy story about my parents, and Charles just comes in and runs his fingers through. I haven't seen him in like 6 hours. I had no idea who it was. I looked over.
He was like, yeah, that's
you had
really
no idea
got
who
my
it was.
blood flowing.
Rub his hand through your hair so you get that randomly. Oh, okay.
No, it was so random and so quick, and I'm like,
he said,
what
Char,
okay.
did you know the plumbing was out in the second-story bathroom?
Oh yeah, you want to fix it? You want to come over, and I'll just pretend to just happen to wear this really short skirt and drop your hammer. I don't know. See that? Women do that. By the way, women voluntarily do that for servicemen that come to your home to repair the refrigerator or the plumbing or whatever. I've heard plenty of stories like that, and I know they're true. I totally believe it. I totally believe it.
Actually, I'm going to write that down because I have a show for stories from Uber drivers. I guess I want stories from delivery people also.
Like pizza with extra everything. Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Totally
like FedEx,
UPS,
pizza. Yeah.
Right.
That'd be interesting.
Right.
So anyways, other than Char's creepy father, what else do women find creepy about men?
Right.
I think it's just like basically what Char said and what I said about relationship, those romance movies. That's really it. Just like finding me out of the blue, and I guess if I really did you wrong, like slept with 3 guys and you were still stalking me, like I just really want you back. That's kind of creepy. Like I'm clearly.
That's crazy.
Or you choosing me over, like you have a dream job that's going to pay you like 7 figures or whatever, and you're just like, I choose love. That's creepy.
Yeah. Wow.
I guess that's it. I don't know.
Okay, well, you guys, I do have a really, here's another dumb example, but like of someone that met you but didn't meet you.
Latter.
Yeah. And, well, this is actually scary, though. No, this is actually scary. This is something that I should have reported, honest to God. But I really should have.
But you didn't?
When I was living, well, I didn't report. I should have reported. When I was in New York and Jersey, I was one day I was shopping in Manhattan somewhere, and I had had these brand new comp cards, like model composite cards in my purse, and I dropped one. So I get a phone call at 2 a.m. one night, right? This guy starts breathing heavy and telling me, describing what I had on my card, on the comp card, describing my picture, and then saying, Yeah, and he was like, oh, and I could see you through your window right now. I don't know. I think that part wasn't true, but he became. As a matter of fact, I wrote a screenplay called Stalking Starla or something. I forgot what it was because he kept calling for like 5 weeks and I couldn't stop, and I finally changed my number. But he would do this every night, like at 2 or 3, and tell me, yeah, just creepy stuff. And I'm like, ah! And I just decided, what, this is something that I should probably share with the world. So. But, it finally stopped. But my point is people will do things like that. He saw my card. He saw my pictures. He decided I'm going to harass her, stalk her, become this really creepy peeping Tom. I don't know if he ever really could see where I was or what I was wearing. Because your comp card, a model composite card doesn't contain your address. It has your address.
And did you think that was cute and you were flattered by it? Why didn't you call the cops?
At one point.
It turned her on.
At one point, yeah, I will admit it. At one point, it did.
I told you. I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah. Just for a moment.
Wow.
Yeah.
I told you. I knew it.
Wow.
Oh, I knew it. It turned her on.
Not at first. At first, I was freaked out, but then we kind of got to know each other with his heavy breathing, and he would pretty much say the same thing.
That's one of her fantasies. Told you. See, one of her fantasies. I told you.
No, okay,
strange.
listen. It did. One time I did entertain the conversation.
Man.
I did entertain it. And then finally, I'm like, oh, my God, I'm losing my mind. I'm actually going crash and write a play. What else am I going to do? I was crazy at that point, like for real, and I didn't know who to share it with because my friends thought I was losing my mind. And I couldn't tell the authorities. They didn't do anything. I mean, I did tell them, but they didn't do anything about it. So then, the only thing I could do was just change my number, really. But it was like kind of
what could they do about it? You got to know the guy. It's not like he called you and then you immediately call them.
Like 50 Shades of Grey.
Wait, what? No, I never called him back, but I knew that he was going to call me at the same time.
She wait for that call.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you didn't call him back. You knew he was going to call you. You got to know him, et cetera, et cetera. What the hell do you want cops to do after that?
Right.
It was after the initial call that you should have called him.
Right, that's true. But I don't know. So that's why in the play she's looking around, looking at the windows. She's like, what is she wearing? She put something on that might get his attention. Can he really see her? I literally was just going with this whole thing.
Like I didn't know what
to do. It made me go crazy.
This also explains so much of why women watch these romance movies. Like I'm sitting here like, how do women do this to themselves? And she's just giving me. She's given me like everything that I need. That's okay. Y'all are crazy. That's all I know. Wow.
Well, it definitely was. It was like it wasn't romantic. It was crazy. It
erotic.
was
erotic.
It was erotic. That was the word. Thank you.
That is not erotic. That is not even the definition.
Well,
that is
stalker. What you're wearing, and
danger.
I'm like, well,
that's not erotic.
What I'm wearing. What is it called?
Dangerous?
Yeah, no, that's what made it. But that was the allure. Don't you get it? The unknown. It was just the unknown.
DJ?
I mean,
you have a talk with your daughters, please, and I'm going to have a serious conversation with my kid tonight. And when she becomes a teenager,
I'll be calling after the show.
The definition of erotic in front of her.
So.
She might be listening.
But I felt safe because
you felt safe with a complete stranger who called you because they found your information. You felt safe.
Well, it wasn't just my information. It's my model composite card, so you can see my body, see what I look like, see my measurements. It's on there. You know.
And that made you feel safe.
I felt violated at first. I felt violated at first. No, it's totally irrational. At first,
and you didn't do anything about it until you felt safe about it.
I wasn't gonna. I mean, everybody has my number. Back then, they didn't have all this Facebook and this and that. So, like, I didn't. Honestly, what was I supposed to do? God. I just thought he would stop.
BJ, am I going to get
my number
to her, or
for a while?
should I just stop trying?
Stop trying.
I don't really know what anyone else would do, but change their number. But your number's all over your comp cards. Really, I'm going to get new comp cards out there.
Deliver his number and change your number. That's what most people would have done.
But I just said, what am I going to do? Get new composite cards? I just picked them up. They're expensive anyway. Like, really, who's going to do that? Your agent? Everybody has your number. It wasn't like cell phones. Well, there were cell phones.
My comp cards are more important than my Safety, yeah.
My safety.
No,
I'll give
but
you a comp card.
my safety was not compromised. It was just an inconvenience.
What?
It was ridiculous. Because there's no address.
Wow.
There's no address.
Wow.
You didn't have a clue where
You
I lived.
told me to stop being
Didn't have a clue.
It's just
I know. I'm
not-
sorry.
not-
You didn't have a
I
clue.
fell to the manhole. I fell to the manhole. I'm sorry. I fell to the manhole.
Physically, he could stalk the agency if he wanted to do that. Physically, he could do. Now that could happen. But hey, they're on their own at that point.
And the next question,
it's a true
that could
story.
happen, but
Stalking
him coming to
Starla.
stalk you and kill you
Look
and rape
for it
you,
at a
that
theater
couldn't
near
happen
you.
at all.
Well, stalking Starla, look for it at a theater near you.
Anyways, so our first question from our Facebook, and I'm going to actually read you my hold on. I'm going to read you a reply from this. I'm trying to get to the question. Of course, it doesn't want to work now. Okay, so question. I've been with the same guy for 5 years and had his first child. Through the years, he cheated. Okay, so the grammar is not correct because I'm reading it directly from the group. So I'm sorry, guys. I know I keep clearing my throat, but I keep having an asthma attack. I took my inhaler, but it keeps trying to come back. Anyways, I've been with the same guy for 5 years, and and had his first son. Through the years, he cheated with the same person every time. It stopped a year ago, and after I had his child, I've been bringing up marriage, and he says I should pay. I guess she's saying I should pay for the marriage or the wedding, and that his family will have something to say if he marries her. I always get excuses. Basically, I guess she always gets excuses whenever she brings up marriage. And then she asks, what would someone do about this?
Wow.
What do y'all say?
Yeah, what? He cheated with the same person over and over again?
So he cheated for 5 years. He cheated over and over with the same person. It stopped after she had his kid, and then but he still doesn't want to marry her. What would you do about this?
Well, leave him because he don't love her. He loved the one he cheated with. He don't love her. Just leave him.
Yep.
I agree.
I would say the same. I don't think.
That's a really sad story too.
He doesn't love you. He does like the other. I mean, it's not even. He might not like the other one he's cheating on her with, because if he did, he would have left her and gotten with the other girl. But he doesn't like either one of y'all. He doesn't like you, especially after you had his kid, which I'm just surprised that you stayed and had his kid after he's been cheating on you for 5 years. That's amazing.
That's correct.
But anyways,
no, I mean, I wouldn't say he didn't like them. He may not love them, and he definitely doesn't have any commitment in his heart or any, he's not looking at a future with either one of them. So that's the difference.
And now that you have his
and he
child,
doesn't respect them.
You have his child, and he still doesn't want to be with you. That should speak volumes to you. And if you look down in the comments, they're getting asked, why are you even asking for advice? Why are you still with this guy? And she says she's basically scared that nobody would want her, like a woman with 2 kids.
So he actually played on her low self-esteem and got her all the years. Like, yeah, okay, all right. So he got her mind. That's what it is. He got into her head.
But if you read on down, somebody else said, basically he doesn't want you still. He's cheating on you with somebody else. That doesn't mean he wants you. And then on top of that, he doesn't even want to marry you. So he doesn't want you, which is the truth.
That's why.
That's
why
and then you have.
Yeah.
And then now you have 2 kids to worry about. They love you. If you're worried about a guy loving you, you have 2 children who love you. You're teaching them bad habits. You're teaching them what they should be looking for in their relationship. And also, this guy could be going out, and he could actually be getting with someone that gives him AIDS, and then he brings that back to you. Or some untreatable sexual disease that's out there now. Did you know gonorrhea? There are certain types of gonorrhea that you can't even cure anymore. And he's going out and doing this, and he could be bringing that back to you, and you have 2 kids to worry about.
Wow. There's gonorrhea you can't cure, so what happens? You just die inevitably? Like, what happens? What?
I guess you're
I've
just
never even
stuck
heard
with gonorrhea. I don't know if gonorrhea actually kills you, but isn't it? I don't know
it
the symptoms.
can.
Is gonorrhea painful or whatever?
Probably, and I know syphilis is for sure will kill you and take you out, but gonorrhea can cause, believe it or not, it can cause blindness with babies. It can cause sterile.
Wow.
You become sterile as a woman. Yeah, you know, no longer
and
able
this
to
is
bear
what
children.
you're allowing to possibly come back to you and it happen to your children and stuff? No. Even if you don't get another man, who cares? Like, who cares? You know, but I do know people who have multiple children who are happily married with a man that's not their children's father. And even one of the listeners, well, yeah, I don't know if she's a listener or not. I'm just going to assume one of the listeners said that I'm happily married to a man that wanted to be a daddy to my 2 kids. So that should not be a fear that somebody will not want you because you have children. And then my answer to that is, so what? You have children. You know what I'm saying? You made your mistakes. Now you have to, I don't want to say you have to live with it. It's more, you have to show your children what it's like to be strong. You have to give a good, what do I want to say? Anybody? Example. You have to give your children a good example to follow. Right now, if you stay with this guy, you're giving them a horrible example, and then they're going to grow up and get into the same kind of relationship. And I know that's not what you want. So you need to be strong for yourself and for your children, and you need to leave the guy and freaking file child support on his dumb ass.
But the thing is that how is he around with, the children with her? So it can be one way. They see him one way, but she knows he's another way. So you can't say that. So he can be, you know.
I mean, it's not. She doesn't have to leave him and talk horribly about him. But children are not stupid. They're not stupid. We underestimate children. They'll see that something's going on. So even if they're great to him, they may love the crap out of their father, but they just hate how he treats their mother. That's it. No.
Oh yeah.
I think they're little because she said 5 years and then she just had a kid, so I think they're little.
Okay. The 5-year-old, yes.
But even so, like I said, I do know people who love their mother, love their father, but just hate how their father treats their mother. It doesn't mean they hate their father.
Exactly.
They just hate how he treats her mother.
Yeah, that's true.
So you need to show your children a good example. So that's my advice from that one. Next question. My wife wants to share a bank account, but I want to keep personal accounts. I want one shared for our bills, then one for my personal money.
Oh, no way.
Do it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This one.
That's true.
Do not do it. If she wants to pay the water bill and y'all going to split bills, you pay whatever you decide to pay. She's going to pay whatever she decides to pay, and never in between should your money mingle.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say I did this once because I grew up seeing that's how it was. But that jackass just kept spending my money. Like I was the breadwinner.
There you go.
It was just going out like water.
There you go.
So I don't think you should do that. I think it should be 2 separate bank accounts, and then I guess y'all write each a check for your bills or your half of the bills or whatever. But it should be like you need to have like something.
The only time you set up another account is if you want to give your girl an emergency card, put money into that account. Don't have her have unfettered access to your bank account with some ATM that you give her the code for.
No way.
No.
That's insane.
You got to look at finances in your relationship like a drug deal. Same time, nigga, same time. You put it down, I put mine down.
Same time,
I was going to say the only thing that you do need to do is for legal purposes, you like have it in your will or whatever that, you know, this is my bank account, so if something happens to me, blah, 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 and vice versa. Yeah. That's the only thing. Oh, my gosh, I don't know what's going on with my breathing tonight. All right. Let's see. What other question do we have here? Okay, here's one. Hello, I'm new here, and I have a serious question that I really need an answer. I hope I joined the right group. I'm with my girlfriend for 3 years and a half, 3.5 years, but she started loving a guy that is using her for sex. He has a girlfriend, and he's manipulating other girls for sex. My girlfriend knows that, and she's always hurt, and she can't take it, but I don't know how to help her, how to make her stop doing that, and how to convince her to trust me. I never cheated or anything like that. So basically, let me recap. So basically, he's been with this girl for 3.5 years, and she started loving some other guy, but the other guy's using her for sex, which the other guy also has a girlfriend. And
so at
this
point, this person is a cuck.
A what?
This person is a cuck, but basically they know that their woman is going off to smash somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
yeah.
don't
they're
even bother
aware
with
of that,
any advice. His
because
is gone.
Because she allowing it. They're allowing it. So.
Well, I mean, I do want to give them advice because I just think their self-esteem is not. I think their self-esteem is not all there. You need to understand that she's a grown woman. You haven't done anything for her to cheat on you or feel like she can't trust you. You can't force somebody to be a decent human being. So you need to think of yourself first. And just like we said about the other question, she could be bringing you back something that'll kill you. So, I mean, if you want to sit there and deal with that, then that's your prerogative. However, you need to put yourself first in a situation like this. You have not done anything for her to not trust you or even head out on you. The advice you should be getting is not how to make her trust you, but how do you love yourself enough to know that you shouldn't have to go through this. So I would suggest you go get counseling or you talk to your friends or, something for you to understand that you're more important than this. So that's my advice. Anybody want to add anything?
No.
You're a loser. Get
agree.
over it.
I agree.
You're so mean, Logic. Good Lord.
No. His girl is across town with some other dude sweating on top of her, and he's like, I just want to let her know how she can trust me. What? What are you talking
You don't
about?
know what background this guy comes from and what kind of self-esteem he has. You can't just blanket it saying you're a loser.
It doesn't matter. In the end of the day, that I don't care what happened to you. How is that an idea to you that there's still a relationship here? You're not in the relationship. You're just a dude that takes her out to dinner and does all this stuff the other guy doesn't want to do because all he wants to do is sling dick.
Smash. Yep.
You're the cleanup guy. You might as well literally go and wipe her down after they're done plowing each other on the couch. Basically. That's what you are.
Ew.
Exactly. That's
Wow.
the way you think about it.
What a visual.
I don't think I would have the ability to do that. I'd probably cut you and then pour salt on you.
She said
and then cut you some more.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's crazy.
You don't even cutting people. You know what you violent.
He keeps
my
using
thing is,
her for
to be fair, BJ, if you got with me, I'm not closed off about who I am, so you know you're getting with a crazy person. So if you decide to cheat on me, you're the one who's tempting fate here. So
I got to cheat on you in
responsible for my
another
action.
country somewhere, and I know, damn.
That ain't gonna save you. Are you coming back? Because
I'll come back.
In another country, it's not gonna save you. You're just gonna come home to hot cream of wheat and pour it all over your groin while you're sleeping.
Damn. Why gotta be so mean?
Okay, which one is it? Are we doing the cutting? Is it the cutting factor with the salt, or is it going to be the hot grits or cream of wheat? Which one? You got to pick the
it's
worst
gonna
one.
be, well, I don't make grits.
Both.
I don't have grits in my house, but it's gonna be something.
I said or cream of wheat. Mhm. What's the difference? I mean,
whatever is going on in my head at that moment. I don't do premeditated stuff. It's just whatever happens.
Shock.
Whether I burn the house down with you in it.
Yo, crazy.
No, but I'm older. I probably won't do anything. I'll probably just walk out. Seriously.
There you go. There you go.
I don't know if I'm walking out. I don't know. That would be a little.
No, I
easy.
probably.
I don't
you
know.
just would never hear from. I mean, being older. I mean, when I was younger, yeah, I was just. But being older, I have a kid to worry about. I'm not going to jail for you. I'll probably just pack up my stuff and your stuff and leave, and then I'm going to sell your stuff.
See, this is why I always say men need to spend a lot of time doing personal work on themselves, so they don't have these self-esteem issues where they think there's some way that they need to prove themselves to a whore, to make her not be a whore anymore, and to pretend to be a decent person with them in a relationship. It's the craziest thing in the world.
Yeah. Well, here's a question. So apparently I have this on the relationship health question and answers, but it's a past show question from a listener. So I guess if we could answer this real quick. What's your craziest breakup story? I don't really have one. By the time I divorced my ex-husband, I didn't really care about him. I remember he told me one day that he said, "You hate me, don't you?" And I said, I said, "No." He was like, "You're lying." I said, "No, I nothing you. I absolutely feel nothing. If you got hit by a truck right now, I wouldn't be happy. I wouldn't be sad. It'd just be like this happened and I heard it on the news. I'd be like, damn. And I guess that's as crazy as it gets for me. I don't have crazy breakup stories.
No crazy breakup. No, I don't have crazy breakup.
Char. We all turn and face her.
Oh, God.
No, I actually don't have one. I was trying to, make up something. No, I'm kidding.
Lies.
You don't have one? What? You don't? Oh, my God.
Uber
no,
lies.
I was so desperate. I was thinking of making up something. I don't have one. I don't have one.
Oh. Wow.
I really don't.
I think
because most of the time, you guys have to remember, people break up with me. I don't break up with them. That's why I'm like, let me think.
Yeah,
no, that's the truth. Even my marriage, even my 20-year marriage was because I decided that, hey, it's over. Well, I'm just saying, that's just been my history. No one's ever just said, oh, my God, I'm breaking up with you. One time it was halfway mutual, but, he beat me to it, but I had already wrote a note. I just
halfway mutual.
Halfway.
It was because we both were thinking the same thing. We were thinking the same. It was a really long time. It was a long time. I had just left so long, but I already wrote a note. Well, like a text, and I didn't send it, kind of thing. I already wrote it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's so.
I couldn't face the. Well, no, the person wasn't here physically. It was long distance. Well, at the time, was
you couldn't
out of the
call
country,
him?
whatever. But so
right.
no, out of the country.
Right.
I'm not running up my bill. No, it's too far. Way too far.
Okay, Logic.
No.
We're hoping you have one.
No, I mean, I don't really deal in drama like that. So I will say though, the thing that always makes me look like what is when a girl will be like, I think we should see other people. It's like, oh, okay, all right, well, good luck to you. And then it's like a couple weeks later. So have you been going out? What?
That's crazy.
I heard that you. Why are you asking me that? Who cares? You said you had to go, didn't you? Okay, so be free. Go. Bye.
Yeah.
Why do you care, right?
So you don't want to
free.
talk to me? Oh God.
That's crazy.
Really? That's what happened?
Oh God, it's clockwork. I don't know if it's a bluff and they're trying to see if I'll be like, no, baby, no. But it's just I'll be like, okay, good luck to you. I don't know why, sometimes I know why, and I can kind of see it coming. But it's not anything that I need to apologize for. If somebody's being ridiculous, it's like, go if you have to. But they always, it'll be like a week or two usually, and then it'll be phone call. Like first it'll be blocked numbers calling me and seeing if I pick up, and then it'll be like one girl out of nowhere. So you're not talking to me now? Didn't you leave? Why would I call you? What are you talking about? Why I called you that
know what?
day
I don't think women are used to guys like just being like, okay, well, bye.
They're not. They're not.
I remember the one guy that broke up with me. He said, let's be friends. And I was like, all right. And I went about my life. I was like, okay, cool. And then he started calling me. Like, it was silence for a while, and he started calling me. And I'd take his calls because you said, let's be friends. And I was like, okay, cool. And he started calling me. And he was like, I have a girlfriend. And he called again. I have 2 girlfriends. And I'm like, that's what's up. You're doing it big, whatever. And he called, and he'd tell me all these stories. And I was like, that's what's up. And then the last time he called me, he was like, you think you ever want to get back with me? And I just started laughing. Like, I was
wow.
laughing.
Are you
I was
kidding
like, no.
What a weasel.
So I think maybe that's what they're used to, is like the guy keeps coming back. From what you're saying, Logic, that's the only thing I could think of because, yeah, the guy kept coming back. And I think that's what they're used to.
I don't know. I had one girl scream at me because she called and then she said something like, what are you doing tonight? I want to go out. I was like, okay. And she was just like, you want to go. I can't even remember where she suggested, but she was like, my treat. I said, no, you should probably do that with your man. You're not my girl, so no. And we're not friends. We're not friends.
You're not my girl anymore.
No,
well,
no, we're not friends. That's like I met you.
I'd be friending you on Facebook.
What?
I said you're like I befriended you on Facebook. I'm totally joking.
No, it's not even I befriend you. It's like I don't like the way that I met you was trying to talk to you, and we got to get. So we're not. There is no friendship. I was your dude, or he was my girl. That was it. That's what our relationship was. So if it ended, why talk about what? That's why I'm not one of these people that believe in let's just be friends. We're not friends. So why are we lying to each other like we're friends? We're not friends. So she's just all say, you don't want to go out. No. You should do that with where's your man at? Call your man. Call whatever guy you've been talking to.
Why would you?
And you know what? Women hate when
why would you show him
that?
You're crazy? That doesn't even make
sense.
That's
true. That's what she did.
I don't think
hate when
it's
men
them
say that.
thinking that they're showing crazy. I think it's a tantrum. And they don't know how to deal with not having someone comply. And because I'm not one of these dudes that's hungry for cooch, because I don't look at coochie like it's a prize. To me, this is going to sound crazy, but I believe it's my birthright as a straight male to get coochie anyway. So you're not giving me something.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
He said
something
it. He
like
said it.
You're not giving me a gift.
And right. He said it.
It's like you're not giving me a gift.
I'm going to pretend I did not even hear that from any man. Like
you heard it.
I'm not pretending. I heard that. Good God.
That section.
You heard it.
We are about to have the feminists breaking down our door. Good God.
Why?
I know. Yeah. Why?
It was the male code. You're not even supposed to tell that.
Listen, I'm not saying every woman owes me her coochie. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's my birthright to get coochie. So when a woman decides to give it to me because I've done something that she is very turned on with or whatever and wants to experience sex with me, you're not giving me a gift. You know what I'm saying? Because that is a mutually, it's a mutual payoff. You're getting my body and I'm getting yours. So you're not giving me something and you're just out of something for no reason. Whereas if I take you out and you turn out to be a dud, I'm out of $150 or whatever I've spent that night taking you out. I'm like, oh, this person has no personality whatsoever. I'm out of money. I have that has yielded me nothing. You know what I mean? Whereas if we have sex, you've gotten your pleasure, I've gotten mine. So I've never saw sex as like this prize. That's why I'm more scrutinizing with the person. Because I know you're going to give me the coochie eventually. You know what I'm saying? That's not, to me, that's not
Wow.
a question. The
Well,
question
Logic,
is,
have you ever thought of
do
this?
you
Have you ever
just,
thought of
hold
this?
on, let me finish.
Uh-huh.
The question that most men need to ask themselves is this person worth my time?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they don't ask, because they're always thinking about coochie. But go ahead, what was your
Well,
question?
okay, that makes sense, because when it comes down to it, it's about who you really are and your personality. But did you ever think that, and maybe this is not directed to you, but just men in general, did you ever think that maybe the cooch itself was more valuable than the
More
exchange
valuable than
was
what?
worth?
No.
If the cooch, did you see what I'm saying? How do we know that that's just of equal value on the other end? What if it's like a dud?
If women could detach their coochies and sell them on eBay, then that could be a question.
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean? But as long as your coochie is attached to you, you come with the problem. You know, so if you are a person who does not take any serious steps in their lives to fix things, or you don't know how to communicate, or you have crippling self-esteem or emotional issues, or you have all this baggage from relationships, and you're looking at me to fill in all of these gaps and figure you out and put you together, you're not worth the time, because that coochie that one guy would be after is attached to you with all your problems. This is why dudes smash chicks and then try to get out of there. Like, oh, I got to go to work tomorrow and I got to get up early. So, they're making up excuses because they want to get the fuck out of there, because you are no longer necessary, because they bust that nut. So your value has plummeted because you as a person are not valuable to them. It was your coochie.
So they enjoyed the show, just not the cast and the players in the show. Okay, got it.
Not quite like that.
I guess.
That's exactly what it is. You enjoyed the show, just not the cast and the players in the show. You enjoyed the show. That was nice. But, the act was nice, but it was the actors that just, maybe you just had a D. Because, like you said, it does.
I wonder how many people actually take the advice of what we're saying. Sure.
Probably quite a few.
Listen to the questions we get. You
know how I know they do? They do because they keep writing in. Okay, as a matter of fact, how come I've never heard a listener ask this question? Why isn't anyone concerned about crazy jealousy stories? I've heard about, they're asking about crazy breakups, but more of us probably have more crazy jealousy stories than breakup stories. That lead to breakups, of course, sometimes. I think that should be our next topic. Or at least listeners, if you're listening out there, which of course you are, somebody write in about that. Somebody text about that, because I think we should talk about that. Because I'm sure that jealousy, it just has no borders. Some people just, take it to a whole other level, and that can be very dramatic within any relationship, very dysfunctional, get really, right, BJ, right? So you never know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right,
I think
BJ?
that's a good
Right?
one.
Right, BJ? Why was she really targeting you, BJ? Right, BJ?
No, because
right, BJ?
He's on the same page. Because great minds think alike. Great minds think alike. That's why. He was given a head up because great minds think alike, and it's true.
Yeah.
This is
right,
something
BJ?
that people, he was, and this is something that people go through. This is something he can relate to the fact that, we all live life, and crazy, jealous people have crazy
Okay. I want to get to this question real quick. We only have 2.5 minutes. So I have full custody of my son, and I love him very much. I've just recently been married, and my wife used to treat my son well enough, in my opinion. Now, though, she doesn't treat my kid like her own. Am I being picky, or is this normal? What should I do? I think you should talk to her. Maybe it's just the whole wedding thing and her wrapping her mind around the fact that she's actually his second mother now. You never know. She might not be meaning to come off like this, and she might not be aware of it, so maybe you should talk to her. However, if it's something different, like that ain't my kid or whatever, if it's something...
She bit off more than she can chew. That's what it is.
I mean, but you never know. Like, she could just be gathering herself and not meaning to come off of this, so you don't come off like this, so you don't just assume, but have a conversation with her. If she says, she didn't mean to and she'll try better, blah, 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 then I would say, stick with it. But if she's just like, well, he's not my kid, so what do you want from me, then I think you should move on, because people who get with other people with children, you have to understand it's a package. You get
the package deal.
The man and his child or the woman and his child. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
And if you can't deal with it, then you should have known that and you need to move on. So I think the main thing is you need to talk to her first instead of assume that she's even aware that the way she's treating him changed, because she might not have been. Because weddings are stressful. She could just be coming off the stress of the wedding. You never know. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So next week, how do we have 10 seconds left? Anyways, next week we're going to be talking about how to ensure that your relationship or marriage will not go through an affair. Is that a possibility? Can you ensure that you do everything that your relationship will never go through an affair? So is that a possibility?
God.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Oh, no.
It's possible. It's possible. You can do everything in your power to make sure that other person didn't cheat.
It's what?
You can't dictate
it's a possibility. It's a possibility that your girl or your dude had said something, they talked to you, and you just didn't listen. It could be a possibility.
Maybe a prenup might guarantee you pay me $1
well,
million.
You asking me, so I'm the wrong person. I won't say it's not a possibility.
Well, we'll find out next week. We'll find out next week right here on No Conduct Radio, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks for joining us tonight. Join our relationship health question and answers Facebook group, and we will see you right here next week. Peace out, everyone.
All right, signing off from the city of Las Vegas. Everyone have a great week. Goodbye.
Sure.
Every time.